Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to JumboCast. We are here on Bellow Field. It is me, Nick Dorr, and Jake Flossie for this matchup between your Tufts University Jumbos women's lacrosse team and the visiting MIT Engineers. This MIT Engineer squad did not visit from too far. Jake, what are we looking at today for this matchup, specifically on the Jumbo squad?
So this is a Jumbos team that are rolling right now. They are coming in 7-0, 3-0 in NESCAC play, and they have been dominant in these wins. Their closest win was by 10. Alongside that, their average margin of victory was 12, and in their 3 games against ranked opponents, their average margin of victory was 11.3. This is a Jumbos team that has a point to prove, currently ranked number 2 in the country. They look very strong, coming in hot today.
All right, let's get a little more specific. What about players to watch? Who are you looking at on the field today to make an impact?
In my mind, there's a clear kind of 3 attackers that are very scary for the Jumbos coming in. We've got Ella Lesperance, the senior attacker who led the NESCAC in assists last year. All NESCAC and region first team, second team All-American. She is a very creative player, often likes to play the X, can be a really dangerous player on this Jumbos lacrosse team. Alongside that, Allie Zorn, the junior, currently leads the Jumbos in points so far this season with 30, 20 goals, and 10 assists. She was all NESCAC second team last year and put up an impressive 45 goals and 29 assists. Finally, Margie Carden. I don't know if I need to say any more on her. She has been phenomenal in her whole career as a Jumbo. Over 200 career goals. Alongside that, she's been back-to-back first-team All-American, NESCAC, and All-Region. She leads the team in goals at the moment with 22 goals. She has been phenomenal and is always a player that the opposing teams are terrified to face. Nick, what about this MIT team? What are we looking at today?
Yeah, so this MIT team losing some starters from last year coming into the season. Right now, they're 3-4 overall. They're 2-0 in conference, coming off a 23-1 win against Clark University just yesterday night. Before that, they took a 21-10 win against Coast Guard, and then a loss to Union College, losing 8-12. This is a team that is 0-8 in this matchup against the Jumbos, looking to change that script today and to change the record as well, and looking to swing their momentum further as they dive deeper into their deep NUMAC season. Now, on the players to watch for this Engineers squad, instead of 3 for this Engineers squad, there are 5. The first is number 7, Juliana Fluschi, a senior attacker from Ridgewood, New Jersey. And then the second is number 16, Ashley Thomas, a junior attacker from Summit, New Jersey. Ashley Thomas, a spectacular player for this Engineers squad. Second team All-American, first team All-NUMAC last season. Right now is the first in the NUMAC for assists per game, has 17 goals and 19 assists this season. A dynamic player and a facilitator on the offense. Moving along, we have number 8, Nina Patula, a junior midfielder from Natick, Mass. And then number 13, Gwen Fluschi, the sister of Julianne, a junior midfielder from Ridgewood, New Jersey. And then finally, to wrap it up, we have number 5, Annika Lamb, the junior midfielder from Livingston, New Jersey. These 5 are going to be dynamic on the offense, and they are going to give the Jumbos potentially a run for their money, attempting to put in shots behind players like Jenna Gibbons, Nicola Summers, and of course Pascal DeBuren playing for the Jumbos. An exciting matchup to come.
Certainly will be. Last year, these teams faced off in Cambridge, where the Jumbos were emerged victorious 21-9. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be back in a little bit.
And we are back after the national anthem, getting ready for this non-conference matchup between the Engineers and the Jumbos.
Curious note, it looks like Grace Hammond and Elsa Schutt for the Jumbos, neither of them are dressed today. Those are the second and third draw specialists for this Jumbos team. So I'll be curious to see, after Jenna Gibbons steps off, who will take over that other draw spot.
Yeah, and of course, Jenna Gibbons has been a prolific player on this Jumbos squad. Might be able to play the whole matchup depending on fitness and fatigue. Of course, the question is, will she look to players like Madeline Delaney as well?
Yeah, I don't know if the Jumbos will want to run a player for the whole match because they have a massive matchup coming up on Saturday against number 5 in the country, Colby. That game will be also streamed here on JumboCast 1 p.m. on Saturday. But be sure not to miss that one. But yeah, as you mentioned, Jenna Gibbons stepped into the draw control role last year and has been phenomenal there. Second team all NESCAC last year and has been prolific from the center spot.
This is, of course, a star-studded Jumbo squad. We could go on and on about quite a few of the players who have played super dynamic and super important roles in this Jumbo squad as we get ready for the first draw control of this matchup. MIT slowly but surely taking the field.
There's certainly a feeling of this is their year for this Jumbo squad. You got grad students in Madeline Delaney and Emma Joyce, seniors in Cardin, Les Bronze, Conahan, Fernandopoli, a lot of really strong players.
Yeah, you know, most squads will be concerned about losing players and losing maybe their starting 11 or starting 12 or something like that. This Jumbo squad lost virtually nobody coming into this season. If there's any season that they can make an impact, the answer, it's this one.
This MIT squad, on the other hand, did lose 5 starters from last year, a season where they did make the NCAA tournament, won their first round matchup against Plymouth State before going out to William Smith, an eventual Final Four team.
Taking the draw is Jillian Butler for the Engineers against Gibbons of the Jumbos. That ball up in the air. Won by the Jumbos. Down the left side right now, Madeline Delaney. Delaney flicks left. Behind, that one cycled. Cycled further, comes back on top. Cardin now. Cardin looks to go herself. Cardin still behind. That one in front. Shot from Emma Joyce. No success, though. Brought back in.
Jumbo's immediately looking to hit there, finding Joyce with some space in the middle, but unable to capitalize on it there.
Joyce again wants revenge now.
And she gets it. Quality finish there from Emma Joyce, capitalizing on her previous miss, able to put it away. She has been a phenomenal player for this Jumbos team her whole career, grad student now, but multiple-time All-American. Very, very strong player, Emma Joyce.
Seemingly a Jumbo squad full of it, and of course we are just 44 seconds into this matchup, and the Jumbos go up 1-0. MIT, of course, will look to change the script and see if they can get one of their own as we head back to the circle.
Gibbons was able to win the draw last time, sent it over behind her back to the left. We see the MIT player that is Flushy is now much closer to that spot as Joyce goes the other side.
That ball up. Straight to Delaney again. Carbon copy. Delaney down the left side. Behind now. That one. Cardin. Driving in. Mastrobuono back behind now. To the left side of the arc. Ali Zorn looking to find her own. Decides against. Cycles right. Shot. That one blocked or saved, I think. Of course. MIT with possession now looks to recover.
Joyce yet again dangerous, cutting into that area, able to get a good shot off again. She has been really a player that has caused a lot of issues for this MIT squad early on.
MIT cycling down the right side now. Kelsey Dwyer. Dwyer goes behind.
To see the first set offense here for the Engineers.
Butler now. Butler to Annika Lamb. Lamb going right with it. No shot, though.
Strong defense from Joyce to push her off.
For sure, that one in front of the net. Great save from Pascal.
An excellent find, though, getting the MIT player in the box. So that was a great pass there from Ashley Thomas, who actually is last year set the record for single-season assists, and we see why. Excellent find there. Not resulting in a goal, but we see that creativity that she possesses.
Yeah, for sure. The Jumbo's quick to cycle there. Now moving behind. This is a Jumbo squad that is strong in transition. We'll see that throughout today's matchup, of course.
This Jumbo squad in the last 2 matches have only failed to clear once. Very, very strong in that transition period.
Carden. Carden outside to Zorn. Zorn still looking to find one of her own today. Recycles that one back out to Mastrobuono. Mastrobuono trying to go herself. Mastrobuono shoots, finds it.
Mastrobuono, a very good player for this Jumbo squad, able to get around to her defender and get a pretty good look. She was a revelation in this first game of the season against Conn College. She came in and had a massive impact. Wasn't a super key player last year, but has really cemented herself as one of the stronger attackers on this Jumbo side. Or midfielders going forward to attack, that is.
Yeah, for sure. She plays, of course, an important role, and then we'll cycle off, usually bringing on someone like Nicola Donlin, or Nicola Summers, my apologies, to change for when the Jumbos shift to a defensive alignment. Back to the draw control circle. Engineers 0 for 2 right now.
Yeah, they're going to need to start winning these draws if they want to get back in this game.
They did win that one. Gibbons went up for it, but couldn't snag it out of the air. That one, Juliana Fluschi bringing it down the right side. Fluschi staying behind. Cycles right, flicks out. That one to Butler. Behind the net now.
Thomas seemingly very comfortable in that X role.
Jumbos managed to snag that one, look to clear. Lots of time, of course, on the clock. They'll clear that one pretty easily. Clear that one out, instantly shift onto the offense. One mistake there by the Jumbos leads to an MIT recovery. MIT will look to change the momentum.
Some commentary cursed there as the Jumbos have been so successful in the clear, but on their second clear of the game, Leslie there with the error.
Netta Leslie, definitely a bit of a prospect for this Jumbos squad. Will look to play much more of a role, of course, in next year's, playing a bit into a difficult position right now. Kelsey Dwyer sitting on the right side, doesn't have it though.
This is a Jumbos team that loves to get first years into play. Leslie, a strong player for them.
Butler down the right side. Solid defense there by Nicola Summers. Nicola Summers goes down though, can't win it. Butler gets it back. Butler, just Sydney Pion now. Shuffles right to Fluschi. Fluschi behind the net. Now to the left of it. In front of the net now is Gwen Fluschi. Fluschi to the middle to Pion.
Maybe a shooting space call there, it looks like, as it will be a free position for the Engineers. Straight on, quite a good chance here for Pion.
Good save by Pascal there. Pion looked down to her bottom right, but Pascal was pretty easily in front of it. De Bruin, a fantastic goalie for this Jumbo squad, saving over 500 shots over 500% this season.
Going to be a foul there on the Engineers after Nicola Donlin, a defender, did a pretty much solo clear there. Jumbos will take a further free position.
Skylar Lloyd now.
Understandably looks to just repossess. Jumbo's going to reset from the set offense here.
Jumbos reset. Look behind the net now. They'll go in front of it. Zorn behind the back, over her head. Absolute magic.
Excellent work play there from the Jumbos, finding L'Esperance at the X and able to get into Zorn, cutting in over the back. Beautiful finish there from the junior.
Yeah, Ali Zorn, the junior from Bedford, Massachusetts, not too far from here, has been a fantastic player for this Jumbos squad. And not necessarily just a player scoring, but also a player that does well to assist and facilitate on the offensive side.
Certainly leading the team in points at the moment, so she's really all-around weapon. And no shock there, the assist leader for the Jumbos, Ella L'Esperance, getting the assist.
Yeah, this three-pronged offense for the Jumbos is really quite prolific. As you mentioned, their average margin right now on the season is 12. Impressive.
And it's already 3 here today on Bello.
3 just over 6 minutes into this matchup. That ball up. Won by the Jumbos. The Jumbos cycle around. Donlin Lloyd. Zorn now with it on the left. Cycles behind. Sophia Claps with it. Claps now behind. Jumbos look to change. Left, Lloyd now. Lloyd looks to go herself. Some foul.
Yeah, looks like it'll be a shooting space, giving a free position here to Skylar Lloyd.
Skylar Lloyd, a sophomore.
She chooses to pass to L'Esperance.
That one goes out behind the net, as Jake mentioned. Did choose to pass to L'Esperance. L'Esperance tried to get around, couldn't do it. Claps now, claps to Cardin.
Cardin, we haven't said her name much this game, but it shows really the potency of the Jumbo's offense, that your star player can have a rather quiet start and you still have so many other strong players who provide goals, like Joyce, like Zorn.
Zorn. They changed. Netta Leshley now. Leshley goes behind. Skylar Lloyd on the top, looking to reset. Goes in herself. Shoots. Finds. Doesn't find one. Players on the bench of the Jumbos screaming.
Bench here.
That's a goal for sure. Was not, in fact, a goal. Bounced just off the pipe.
I think they called the foul before the shot was taken, leading to a free position instead of a goal.
Do, in fact, look correct.
Lloyd will not get it. Looks like her stick was hit from behind. Ball goes out.
Good defense there from the Engineers. The Jumbos, of course, will look to reset. That one, Engineers looking to cycle. They'll try and get rid of it. Still behind. El L'Esperance says, no, sir, we haven't scored yet. Takes that one for herself. Cardin now. Cardin to L'Esperance.
Immediate double coming from MIT as soon as Cardin starts to run in. Beautiful play there from Caroline Conahan. Beats her player, able to cut in. Excellent goal for the Jumbos.
Yeah, fantastic there as the goal song plays.
Sweet Caroline fits perfectly.
That sure was sweet, Jake. That sure was sweet.
A very, very sweet finish there. And an excellent solo goal. Able to cut in, beat her player, get her back in front of the player, make a very good chance there for Conahan.
Yeah, something that makes this Jumbo squad so special is they have so much fun playing on the field, and especially playing Huron Bello. And when they have fun, players get creative, players try fun things, and it works out. They are dynamic and effective on the offense, and of course, that's why.
Conahan, a member of this front four that we probably mentioned the least, yet is still a phenomenal player in her own right. She was the strongest from the free position in that first portion and has been very, very good her whole career as a Jumbo. Another potent part of this Jumbo offense.
Engineers changing who is at the draw point. Jenna
Thomas
Gibbons doesn't care, wins it anyway. Goes herself to Cardin.
Engineers still only
Cardin in front, but saved by the end of the Engineers. Quick cycle for them as they'll try and clear quickly. They do.
So will only be the third offensive possession for the Engineers in the first 8.5 minutes of this game.
Lamb to Reynard right now. Lamb herself. Lamb shot. That one goes over, though, and the Jumbos will, as always in lacrosse, send the sticks to the end line in order to try and snag it. Master Buono now with it. My apologies.
Fernanda Pulley, that is.
Yeah, my apologies. My bad. Wrong K name. Fernanda Pulley sends that one behind the net. The Jumbos look to cycle their offensive momentum now.
Fernanda Pulley, the All-American defender, is one of the reasons why the Jumbos clear is so effective. She's often able to take it up herself and does it there.
That ball to the left, Zorn, Delaney, Joyce. Joyce looking to go herself. Goes right, no luck, cycles anyway. Cardin with it on the top now. Cardin, will she drive herself? The answer is yes, drives herself. No shot though, quickly doubled on by the Engineers.
Tripled on, actually.
They cycle, and a shot from the Jumbos, but no success. The Jumbos win that one, and Master Bono brings that one back in. Master Bono.
It's Emma Joyce there, coming in.
9 on the shot clock, 8 on the shot clock. Jumbos need something. They'll look to Ali Zorn and find it. Sign the contract. That one's gone.
Zorn catching the defenders, sleeping there, finding a unmarked run into the box, able to get great ball in from, I believe that was Summers, and able to get an excellent finish. Jumbo's capitalizing with a short time left on that shot clock.
Yeah, a spectacular goal there for the Jumbos. I'm impressed.
Jumbo's already up 5 in this first quarter. Still yet to see a goal from MIT. Only 3 offensive possessions for the Engineers so far. We're going to take a timeout here, but on this MIT side, they just have really struggled to get out of their own half. We've seen a few attempts, a few clear attempts that just shut down by Lesbron, shut down by Gibbons, and the Jumbos have just really been stopping MIT from getting any chances.
Yeah, for sure. The Jumbos have been super effective on the defensive end and, of course, super effective on the offensive end, stopping clears and stopping the Engineers from taking any momentum. Of course, we saw that at draw controls too, and now proving to be consequential. The Engineers looking to see what they can do to maybe bring themselves back into this game.
Additionally, we've seen 2 pretty solid chances for this Engineers team. We saw that pass from Thomas to Lamb that got a pretty good shot off. Alongside that, we've seen the free position that I believe Lamb had as well. Sorry, that was to Pion, the free position. That was not Lamb. And those are 2 pretty good looks, but they weren't able to convert. DeBurn has had a strong game so far in goal. Not been called on too much, but has delivered when she's been called up. So I think Coach Shute will be very happy with this Jumbo side so far, coming out showing why they are currently ranked number 2 in the country.
For sure. 4:45 left in this first quarter.
Been a pretty peaceful game. Not much disciplinary action on either sides. No cards so far. Only three free positions. And so it hasn't been as aggressive as some other games we've seen. Often with the NESCAC teams, it tends to be a bit more aggressive. So good to see not too many fouls so far. That always makes the game a little bit less entertaining to watch.
For sure. At the draw circle, as always, for the Jumbos, it will be Jenna Gibbons taking on Laura Day, the sophomore from Connecticut. Engineers need to win this to get the offensive momentum going.
On the season, Laura Day, with 5 draw controls of her own, puts her about 6th on the team.
That one up. Little bit of scramble. Day trying to keep it in front of her. Unsuccessful. Snagged by the Jumbos, though. Delaney with it now. Delaney tries to sneak out.
Going to be a foul there on MIT as Delaney had to sneak through. It's going to be a green card there on it. Julianne Flushy.
Bit of a problem offensively for the Engineers, but
be a woman up for the Jumbos. 1 minute penalty for Flushy.
Delaney. Nope, I lied. Carden. Carden to Conahan. Conahan with it behind right now. Cycles left to Joyce. Joyce to Zorn. Zorn drops it. Doesn't care. Picks it up. Zorn swings left. Back behind. They look in front. Shot there from Emma Joyce. Emma Joyce, no success, though. That one goes over. Jumbos will recycle and try again.
30 seconds left in this woman up.
Jumbos will look to capitalize. Joyce goes herself. Joyce goes left. Saved by Vienne there.
She'll get a free position, actually. I think that was shooting space called. Nope, never mind. It's a foul against the Jumbos. Emma Joyce gets a yellow, it looks like.
Of course, going into this season, some rule changes for women's lacrosse. Increase in cards, however.
So it's now equal. Joyce with the yellow will be out for 2 minutes instead of 1.
20 seconds left on the penalty for Flushy as the Engineers will try and cycle this one out of their own half and into the offensive momentum. Vienne with it now. Pressed right away. Vienne, notably a left-handed goalie. A little bit of chaos in front of us. All good, though, from the Jumbo squad as the Engineers try and cycle.
Vienne unsurprisingly holds it, waiting for her attacker to get back in. Now the Engineers in a woman-up position.
They'll run that one. Left side of the net now. It's Annika Lamb. Lamb herself shifts left. That one is dropped, but recovered by the Engineers. Back behind now. Behind, they'll look in front. Won by the Engineers. Engineers will cycle. Lamb again. Lamb in front of the net. Goes left to Pion. Pion now to the right. That one goes behind again. Chaos. The Jumbos come up with it. Jumbos will cycle, changing to the offensive side. It is Delaney. Delaney looking to go herself. Goes down low. Saved by Vienne there.
That's a good save from Vienne. Delaney looking to capitalize on the break, but well cut off by the Engineers keeper.
Engineers cycle. Flushy, Lamb to the right. They'll cycle Lamb again at the top. Engineers seeming to struggle to find any real offensive momentum here. They'll drive Lamb again. Lamb tries to go herself, marked by Fernando Pole, that one scrum in front. And the Engineers lose that one. The Jumbos taking it.
Hoping to end this quarter with a shutout.
Defense there, but the Jumbos cycle. Jumbos now. Cardin with it on the right side. Goes behind to Zorn. Zorn to Joyce. Joyce goes herself. I apologize. That's Lesperance. My bad. Sophia Claps with it now. Claps goes herself. Shot save, but recovered by Cardin. Cardin has it and manages to drive that one into the net.
She shrugs afterward because that was kind of a chaotic situation there. She was very tight there with Vienne contesting each of them and eventually able to get it to go, but sort of sloppy goal, but you'll take what you can get there.
Jumbos celebrating on the side. To be honest, not sure what the celebration was. I might have missed it.
I think it was a worm, it looked like, which...
Worm? Team worm?
Possibly. Always fun to get some chaotic celebrations, but
they've got quite a few of them.
They do. That goal was really caused, though, by the explosive pace of Claps, get around her defender, get the shot off, ball dribbled out to Cardin, able to pick it up and finish it off. So, strong play from the sophomore to create that play.
Sophia played last year and was effective as well on this Jumbo squad. Now, of course, looking to continue into a more consistent role this season. Not that she wasn't consistent last year, but, you know.
But she certainly settled into a strong rotation option for this Jumbo squad.
Skylar Lloyd now. Skylar Lloyd has that one knocked out in front of her, and then Engineers will cycle. Absolute sprint from Sophia Claps to get into the box. As Nicola Summers comes on, Engineers go. Annika Lamb. But blocked by Fernanda Pole. Fernanda Pole herself. A huge heave of that ball to the Jumbos. Jumbos will look to cycle now, and they will. That one, though, unfortunately dropped by Margie Cardin in front of her. Cardin quick to press, though. Vienne with it for the Engineers. 19 left in the quarter.
It's like Vienne is satisfied to just let the quarter drift off. Calm down, because that was quite a stretch there.
Cardin presses.
That was close.
That was very close. Engineers will keep possession of this one for the last 3 seconds. I lied. Goes to the Jumbos. Will they shoot? The answer is yes. When in doubt, Margie Cardin will shoot. It is saved by Vienne down at the foot, though.
That was a very chaotic last minute of the quarter. Ball going back and forth. Jumbo's able to get the last shot off, but I don't think either team really deserved to score in that last minute. Just kind of sloppy lacrosse on both sides.
Certainly true. Bit of chaos, as always, with lacrosse, and neither team really able to either capitalize on the chaos or seeming to have a really good chance to capitalize on it. Just a lot of chaos. And with that, we'll take a quick break. All right, and we are back for this second quarter here on a slowly getting colder Bello Field.
I see our director, Micah Baum, getting the gloves out, as he should. It is getting chilly.
Yeah, something about spring on Bello, it gets real cold real fast as soon as you can no longer feel the sun behind a cloud, as is typical here in Medford, the Medford gray that seemingly never goes away.
I don't know, it's pretty blue today.
Admittedly true.
It's a nicer day. It's getting better.
It is cold.
The sun comes out from that cloud, though.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely. Anyway, score situation here on Bello, if you're just tuning in, is 6-0 in favor of this Tufts University Jumbo squad, the number 2 squad in the country, taking on the MIT Engineers.
This was an MIT squad that was ranked earlier in the season, but have since fallen out of the rankings. They are currently 3-4, but those 4 losses last year, they won all 4 of those games. So it's been a bit of a step off from this MIT squad. Those have all been close losses. Some unfortunate situations in that Roger Williams game, 6 goals given up in that 4th quarter. Alongside that, they were gave up 7 in the 3rd against Endicott. So 2 rough quarters and another rough quarter for MIT so far today, down 6 early on.
Gwen Flushy versus Jenna Gibbons at the draw. That one up.
Going to be a foul, go to the Jumbo's ball here.
Jumbos look to act quick, and they will. Going left now, shot there, but no success. That one goes right in the net.
Be careful what you wish for here. Sun's come back out, but it has temporarily blinded us.
That is a good point. Funny how that works. Jumbos.
Mastrobuono working it around here.
Mastrobuono goes behind. Zorn trying to go herself. Takes a shooting space foul, I believe.
So Zorn will get the free position. Bit of a tight angle, but this is the strongest statistically free position player on this Jumbo's team, 8 for 12 on the season.
Ali Zorn off the pipe, but
great defense from the Engineers there. Strong play from Vienne.
Yeah, for sure. A good play from Vienne there. The Jumbos will recycle. Joyce now. Joyce to Zorn. Ali shoots again. No success there off the pipe for the second time in roughly 45 seconds.
Zorn getting very unlucky there. Twice off the top of that goal. As the Jumbos swap out one very tall player for another. Mastrobuono comes off. Nicola Summers comes on. It's a pretty common switch for the Jumbos. Summers more defensive player, while Mastrobuono stronger on the offensive side.
Flushy plus super hard. Manages to get that one off to Laura Day. Laura Day now finding Nina Patola. Patola going down the center.
MIT finally getting successful
sliding
clear.
Left. MIT tries to get the offensive set going. They will. They'll look behind the net. Behind the net now. Driving in front. It's Ashley Thomas. Ashley Thomas, can she go herself? The answer is no. 3 Jumbos on her. She's knocked down though. And
a foul on the Jumbos. Looks like it's going to be a free position for Thomas from that 8-meter line.
Ashley Thomas goes, looks down low, can't find it. De Buren gets in front of it. They'll cycle though. It's Reynard.
Engineers just really struggling to get a break on this Jumbo's goal.
Yeah, any hint of momentum for them would be good. They look for that one. Juliana Flushy in front of the net. Doesn't find it though, as the Engineers are unable. The Jumbos clear it. Engineers coming screaming down. A 1-2 play leading to Madeline Delaney putting that in the net.
One of those players you always expect to see in the score sheet, and no surprise, Madeline Delaney, the grad student who has just been a consistent ever presence in this Jumbo's midfield. very strong both on the offensive and defensive side. Leads the team in ground balls and showing her offensive prowess there.
For sure. Score now 7-0. It's not even halftime yet. We're 3 minutes into the second quarter. Even less than that, actually. 2:43.
Yeah, the question for a lot of people in Bello right now will be, when do we go to that running clock? The 10 goals would have to be the difference between the two teams. And at the rate we're going right now, that would happen before halftime, which would mean a bit of a quicker game here, assuming the Engineers can't get something going here. They'll need to start winning these draw controls if they want to get up, though.
Certainly true. The Jumbos seeming to look at the Engineers' offensive blueprint before today's game and understand it, able to capitalize on mistakes from the Engineers. Jumbos will take that one.
Seems like the Jumbos have, one of their best strategies has just been not letting the Engineers have offense. They've had far fewer offensive possessions because of those draws, because of the Jumbos' success in breaking down the Engineers clear. So not only has it been a good defensive performance, it's been a strong performance in the middle, stopping the Engineers from getting many chances.
Yeah, the midfield of the Jumbos super dynamic and super effective. Joyce tries to go herself right now.
L'Esperance again.
Yep, my apologies. L'Esperance. Mastrobuono now. Mastrobuono behind
Ali Zorn has it at X. Yep.
Foul on the Engineers, I believe. Zorn keeps it. Zorn, will she go herself? The answer is no. Zorn to Cardin. Cardin looks inside. No success. The Engineers will look to clear quickly, very quickly pressed, and a mistake in the midfield.
It's going to be a foul there on Jillian Butler, colliding there with Emma Joyce. Going to be a green card for Butler. She'll be out for a minute. The Jumbos make their offensive switches with Claps, Lloyd, and
Netta Leshley coming in for the Jumbos. Offensively already making changes, of course, is head coach Courtney Shute of the Jumbos, looking to cycle in the many offensive weapons that this Jumbo squad possesses.
Coach Shute has been remarkably successful as the Jumbos coach, but the one thing missing from her resume is a national championship. Could this be the year for the Jumbos?
At this track record, you would think the answer could be not a certain yes, but of course, potentially a likely one.
There's a team up in Middlebury, Vermont that might have...
I was going to say, the Panthers are the big wall for this Jumbo squad.
But if it's going to be a year soon, this stuff certainly feels like it could be it for the Jumbos.
Good shot there from Skylar Lloyd, but a great save from Pauline Vienne of the Engineers. Jumbos look to recycle it now. Lots of sun. Zorn goes herself, finds it, top left, buried.
That will be the hat trick there, I believe, for Ali Zorn.
Ali Zorn.
One of many Jumbos players having a very good day today.
Ali Zorn, an absolute offensive mastermind right now against this Engineers squad. I'm impressed, as always, this Jumbo squad managing to keep it dynamic and do what they do best, which is have a prolific offense.
And a deep offense as well. Zorn is the only player on the team with more than one goal. She has 3 for herself, but the other 5 each come from different players. Coming from Joyce, Conahan, Delaney, Cardin, and I believe the last one would be Lloyd.
If MIT wants to change things, they'll have to look to their mascot and see if they can engineer and innovate some form of offensive mechanism to here to win. Starts with the draw controls. The answer is, can they win it? The answer is yes.
Nick.
That was not brutal. I thought that was good.
I think the third word might have lost it for you there.
Oh well. Can't win them all. The Jumbos right now have won them all. They're 7-0 this season, looking to make it 8-0. Carry this undefeated streak as long as they can. Of course, fingers crossed, no commentator's curse. Doesn't seem to be likely today. Of course, a big matchup for this Jumbo squad against Colby College, the number 5 team in the country.
5 is correct, yes.
Engineers.
This game's not over yet, though, with Engineers looking to keep going forward.
Yeah, drive from the Engineers. There are lots of bounces that have seemingly gone in the Engineers' favor. Engineers looking to calm it down. Annika Lamb now. Lamb to Pion on the left side. Pion behind. That one. Can't see the number. That Flushy, thank you very much, Jake. Flushy to Pion in front of the net, and the Engineers finally get one.
Other Flushy. This was Gwen Flushy scoring that one off of the pass from her sister Julianne out to, I believe, Lamb. Finally, the Engineers able to get on the board. It took them about 21, 10 minutes of game time, but they're able to get on the board. Gonna need a lot more, though, in order to get back into this one.
For sure, Pascal de Viren will not get the shutout in today's game, although admittedly a shutout in lacrosse is very difficult. So not necessarily a bar that you might expect every goalkeeper to meet, even if they are fantastic.
Yeah, the Engineers came close to one yesterday against Clark when the Clark squad came to Cambridge. 23-1 was the score of that game. It's going to be a quick start there. Looks like the Engineers went a little early.
Skylar Lloyd now taking it down the center. Will she go herself? Decides not. Finds Carden. Carden doubled in the middle and will take a shooting space violation, taking a free position in not a bad spot.
Yeah, no, she's got a pretty good angle here. And Carden, while Zorn is the most effective from the free position, Carden has taken the most and scored the most from free positions for this Jumbo squad.
10 for 20, I believe. Carden herself.
Looks like she'll get another one. Gonna be a yellow card there on. Can't tell if they called that on Dwyer or Pion. Looks like it's going to be on Dwyer. Oh.
Carden.
No yellow card. I swear I saw yellow being held up there.
Could have been a stick. Carden
oh, yeah.
herself. Carden shoots, fine, scores. Goes bottom left, and it goes in.
Part 2 works for Margie Carden, able to put it away. Quite effective there from the free position.
If you're Margie Carden and it doesn't work the first time, try it again. It probably will work.
The highest score in Tufts women's lacrosse history is certainly no stranger to getting the ball in the net.
The gears of this Engineer squad slowly starting to turn if they can and get the momentum going. Of course, not happening in that case, but a decent bit of offense from this Engineer squad just a bit ago. So,
yeah, they'll be looking to hit back in this game, but it's tough, though, when the Jumbo score immediately after the Engineers, shutting down any momentum they may have generated from that goal.
And as the Jumbo horn blows here on Bellow Field, we go back to the draw circle.
Notably, Gibbons has taken every draw for the Jumbo as well. 3 different players for the Engineers have been in the draw circle.
Jillian Butler back to try her hand at some success. Had the first 2 and lost both of them. Jenna Gibbons consistent as ever, wins that one.
9 inches taller than Butler, so that certainly helps when the ball pops up.
Carden driving right as Sophia Claps comes in. Lloyd behind now to Lesperance. Lesperance to Zorn. Zorn with it. Zorn sends to the middle. No success there. Leslie tried to make some room for herself, but couldn't. Behind again. Lloyd with it, sitting at the top. Lloyd going right. Shot. No success. Jumbo's scramble forward in the middle. Margie Carden comes out with it. Carden will put that one behind to Lesperance. Scramble in the front. Jumbo's come out with it again. 45 on the shot clock. Play is called by the Jumbo's bench. They'll try and get something going. Zorn behind. Zorn. Shot knocked over by Vienne. Vienne to Lesbron's behind is to collect. Lashley now. Lashley to collapse. Collapse. Fantastic dodge. And that one buried.
Take a bow. Sophie Clapp spins off her defender, causing her to fall, and then able to convert the finish. Excellent, excellent work there from Claps.
Really fantastic offensive innovation against the Engineers, beating them at their own game. And right now, the Jumbos make the score 10-1, just one goal away from the running clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure if innovation would be the word I'd use to describe Claps' stellar skill there, but I understand you're working in those words. I see the chat has also noticed.
I fear, Jake, I fear. It's Gwen Flushy again at the draw circle for the Engineers.
Will she be able to succeed against Gibbons, who has been so strong today?
That ball up. Gibbons, quick turn behind her, and the answer is no. Gibbons takes that one going left. In comes Mastrobuono. Cardin now on the right side. Cardin behind to Lloyd. Lloyd to Zorn. Zorn to Lesperance. Lesperance trying to go herself, run off a Mastrobuono screen. The answer is it doesn't work, though. She'll recycle that to Mastrobuono. Will Mastrobuono go herself? Looks again to run off a screen. Finds Cardin in the middle. Bit of a scramble. The Jumbos come back out with it. Again, more chaos in front.
Lesperance swarmed there by 4 different Engineers and taken down. Lesperance in the free position here.
Lesperance attempts to go left with it, no success. Engineers will clear, or attempt to clear, I suppose. They're currently stuck behind. Jumbo's pressing super far, as you mentioned. Engineers can't score against the Jumbos. If the Jumbos don't let them have any offense, Engineers will look to clear through the left. The answer is they'll get it.
Day choosing to take it on her own.
The midfield of the Jumbos quick to collapse. Annika Lamb now. Lamb to Patella. Patella on the right side.
Nina Patella has been pretty quiet today. One of the players we highlighted coming in this game, but has not had the impact they would be hoping she'd have. One of 2 sets of sisters on this Engineers team. I'm sure you've heard Patula plenty of times, but no, yeah, Flushy.
Flushy
those
and
2 names
Patula,
up.
yes.
Flushy and Patula.
In front, Jumbo's defense collapsing. And down goes player on the Engineers.
Nina Patula's sister, Monica, has only played 1 game this season, started against Endicott, and has yet to play since.
However,
was quite prolific last year.
Gwen Flushy with a free position. Flushy passes left. No success, though. That ball on the ground, I think, knocked out of her stick, if I'm not wrong. That was knocked out of the stick of Sydney Pion, I believe.
I believe that was Jillian Butler there.
Would be correct. That is a 1, not a 2. Jumbos now look to clear. 5 minutes left in this quarter. Foul on a player of the Engineers. Again, another foul on Jillian Butler.
She'll be out for 2 minutes now, as this is her 2nd green card.
Nicholas Summers going all the way down the right side.
Summers ran up the right wing on Bellows. Surprise there. Something she also very content to do on the soccer pitch.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Jake. Lesperance to Zorn. Soren maybe wanting more out of today already.
She's already got a hat trick, but still always wanting more of this Jumbo side.
Part of what makes this offense so prolific. Mastrobuono trying to go herself, goes low, finds it.
They're going to rule that she, I believe, stepped into the crease.
You would be correct. No goal called there. Vienne pressed heavily by Margie Cardin. Engineers will look to clear, but whistle on the field. Laura Day with the ball right now, not moving though, of course.
The referee's unhappy with how the play has started there. They're going to try to start it again. Day with the ball. Sorry, Thomas.
Vienne now with it. Vienne into the middle. Engineers moving that is Julianne Flushy. Flushy going up the right side, looking to go herself. Flushy keeping that one. Good adaptation. The Engineers there managing to get out of the Jumbo's pressure. Clearly, head coach Courtney Shute today for the Jumbos said, press the Engineers. They might make a mistake. We've seen that so far. Engineers looking to change the script now. Cool. Ashley Thomas. Gwen Flushy, I apologize. Thomas had it. Flushy now.
Butler comes back in.
Annika Lamb trying to go down the center. That one hit out. Shot there, but goes over the net.
Engineers have finally gotten out of their woman down position, but the shot clock will run out, making it Jumbo ball again.
Income for the Jumbos, Lloyd, Claps, and Leshley. They charging into the left side. On the right, though, they'll get involved nearly right away. Foul on the field.
It's a great clear there by Nicola Donlin. Do a quick referee consultation here as the Jumbos prepare for their free position.
Potentially subs, I think, was the qualm there. I could be wrong.
Sounds like there's confusion over the yellow card amount, as Butler is said to have 2 yellow cards on the game. Looks like the referee is still discussing this information. We will let you know as soon as we find out what the resolution is.
Chaos in conversation here on Bello. Scored 10-1 on this Thursday afternoon. 2:24 left.
Both sides coaches expressing their opinions as well. Anne Versprilli of MIT. Looks like it was 1 green and 1 yellow on Butler, not 2 yellows. Looks like we have resolved this issue and play will get back underway.
Jumbo's now with it. It is a free position. And finds it. That one's Caroline Conahan.
That'll be her second of the day, and with that, Nick, we are moving to a running clock. 2 minutes to go in the second, which may make this game run a bit shorter in the second half.
You would, in fact, be correct. Bit like soccer, except no extra time, I suppose.
I don't know how close it is. It's 4 quarters instead.
Okay, yeah, but like the running clock.
Yeah, they do play in the same field as well.
True. Live, laugh, love, Bellow Field here on the campus, the Tufts University Jumbos.
A great motto to have. And today Bellow has been quite nice, actually. It's not been too windy so far.
Famous last words, Jake Flossie.
I'm aware of that.
A win at the draw for the Jumbos. Absolute charge, but that one off the pipes, not success. Out to the left now. Jumbos reset. That one goes behind Sophia Claps. Ania Spacey.
She's going to step over the line, which will have too many Jumbos on the attacking half. Give the ball to the Engineers. Spacey, one of multiple two-sport athletes on this Jumbos lacrosse team.
Certainly true. Quite a few here at Tufts University. A point of pride for our athletic department, nonetheless.
DeBuren able to save it, and she'll likely slow down, and the Jumbos will see out the end of this quarter.
That was a shot from Annika Lamb. The Jumbos look to cycle it. Ali Zorn. Zorn to the right. Shot comes, no success. And that's halftime score here on Bellow Field, 11-1 in favor of the Tufts University Jumbos. Jake, first half thoughts.
This Jumbos team have looked very, very strong. Their defense, their midfield, and their attack, all facets of the game have just looked really well done. They've cleared effectively and really shut down MIT's attempts to clear and made it very challenging for the Engineers to really have any space. Consistently in their faces, pressing, causing issues for this Engineers squad. I think it's going to be a pretty tough deficit for this MIT team to get back from. But crazier things have been done. We will certainly keep watching, see what will happen for this MIT team.
Certainly true. And with that, we will take a break and see you at the beginning of the second half.
Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. So hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical.
All right, and we are back here for the second half of this non-conference matchup between your Tufts University Jumbos and the MIT Engineers. Score on the field right now is 11-1 in favor of the Jumbos. I also am here with Marcus. Marcus, what are your thoughts, Ben, on the first half so far?
Excellent first half from the Jumbos. They've been showing their eclectic offense. Dodges from both sides. They've been rotating the ball clockwise, counterclockwise. Dodges sweeping across. They've been finishing low in the net, so I think if they keep all that up, they'll see a significant lead.
Of course, a 10-point lead already. Jumbos rallying behind Jenna Gibbons at the draw circle. Margie Carden now. Carden to Lesperance to Zorn. Zorn herself on the left side. Zorn a pass to Lesperance. Lesperance a shot. Good idea there. Jumbos will look to recycle that blueprint and use it again. Snag there from Vienne as the Engineers will look to clear. Engineers going down the right side is Emily Dubiel. Dubiel, a pass that goes behind Ashley Thomas. Ashley Thomas will grab that ball from out of bounds, keep it going. Ashley Thomas behind a dynamic player for the Engineers. Engineers look to Butler now to get something going. Butler across to Reynard. Reynard behind to Thomas again. Thomas trying to go herself, defended. Foul on the field.
in
and
the
it
crease.
will go in favor of the Jumbos.
Might have been a player in the crease, I'm not sure, but it's a Jumbo's ball now. Great long pass into the middle.
Jumbos will charge forward behind Nicola Donlan. Donlan looking to go herself, decides against it.
Not that many transition goals from the Tufts Jumbos quite today.
That was a pass to Conahan and then a shot there from Emma Joyce. Joyce, no success though. Engineers now with their chance to clear as the press from the Jumbos begins. A successful press in this matchup so far. The midfield has done a spectacular job at keeping the Engineers in their own half. Engineers look to change that now. Coming to the right is Juliana Fluschi. Fluschi sends that one right to Nina Patala. Patala dropped, but manages to keep it in her possession. Patala to Butler now. Butler, that one in front of the net.
Foul called.
Would be correct. Free position, I believe. I might be wrong. Free position
like a free
it
position.
is. You are right. There's Jillian Butler with it. Jillian Butler goes to the right, just outside. DeBuren also in front of that one. Nina Patala with it behind as the Engineers look to try again. Reynard to Ashley Thomas. Ashley Thomas, we talked about her before the game, less consequential so far. Looking to do something. Quickly doubled by the Jumbos. Fernanda Pole proving her value. Weight in gold for the Jumbos. She'll clear herself and just keep going. Will she go herself? The answer is no. She'll take that one all the way down, wait for the cycle.
Fernanda Pole still a hero for this team. A full field transition. That's got to be winding.
Yeah, for sure. This Jumbo squad, you can definitely tell, in good fitness right now. Conahan, free position, I do believe.
Refs holding the play.
Conahan, quick flick. And that one goes in. It is Netta Leshley finding the back of the net. A clever little two-step. And that one absolutely buried from her.
That's tough to guard, especially with a talented catcher like Emma Leshley. I think that if Tufts continues that sneaky pass off of these open shots, they're going to keep putting them in the net.
Netta Leshley, the freshman prodigy from Weston, Mass. A prospect for this Jumbo squad, someone who will look to fill the massive shoes of Margie Cardin and Ali Zorn eventually in the future. Right now, no need to fill those shoes. They've got them thoroughly filled themselves. And we head back to the draw circle. As the Jumbo horn blows here on Bellow Field.
It's up. Gibbons comes away with it.
For the quite a few time today, Jenna Gibbons wins that one. To Margie Cardin on the right side. Cardin now to Ali Zorn. Ali Zorn leading the Jumbo's offense today.
Bang.
But instead, right now, it is Emma Joyce taking control, putting that one in the back of the net, making the score 13, I believe.
Great use of the two-woman game. You see a pick being set up, and then the picking player rolling off of that, showing their face, showing their stick, and being able to punch one top right easy.
My apologies. I believe that was Ella Lesperance that scored. That one is on me. I apologize to those listening. Assist to Ali Zorn there, proving her role not only as an offensive weapon, but of course as a facilitator as well. Engineers look to get something going. It is Butler now. But the Jumbos come away with possession of that one. Margie Carden charging down to the left side, looking to make her offensive mark on today's matchup against this Engineers squad. Claps now. Claps to Skylar Lloyd.
Looks like an ISO.
Skylar Lloyd going alone. A clever idea there to flick to Carden, doesn't find it. Engineers will clear from Vienne. Vienne sending that one to Flushy. Flushy playing a dynamic midfield role, of course, on this squad. Jumbos don't let them out, though. Scramble in front. It is Nicholas Summers that comes out with it. Summers goes left. And they move again, recycling the offense. In comes Sophia Claps for the Jumbos.
Incredible defensive ride from Emma Leshley right there. Or, sorry, Netta Leshley. Deflecting that pass, regaining possession for the Jumbos. Another offensive opportunity we have here.
Yeah, an effective part of this Jumbo squad is they're so dynamic in defending the transition, clearly seen here against this squad. Absolute stellar play there for the Jumbos to bury another one in the net. It was Ella Lesperance finding another, going back to back there.
Fancy feet on that inside roll.
Marcus, if you're head coach of the Engineers right now, what do you do to stop this Jumbo's rolling offense?
I think we need to play a little bit more compact if I were the Engineers. I think that Tufts is getting into the inside very easily, and if a slide could come in from the center, that might help out. Maybe double teams might come a little bit quicker and prevent any first-time goals off the dodges.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. The Engineers definitely have been double-teaming players, but the Jumbo's just acting and moving the ball so fast, and the double team's not coming fast enough.
Well, then I'm stumped.
You would be right. I think a little bit more of a compact defense for this Engineer squad would work. Will potentially be a goalie change for this Jumbo squad. In comes Devin Chipman, my apologies, the freshman from Wilmington, Delaware. And that would be correct. In she comes this season.
That's exciting.
As well, in comes senior Bella Monteleone, the senior defender from New York.
Not Devin Chipman's first game, so she has some experience on this Jumbo's squad.
Yeah, of course, Courtney Shute has lots of time to sub in different players when your scoring margin at average is 12. Of course, today it is 13, and we are not even through the third quarter yet. A typical story of the Jumbos here on Bellow Field on both sides and both genders of the lacrosse squad. Of course, the men's lacrosse team for the Jumbos, the defending national champions, ranked #1 in the country. This women's team ranked #2. Something about the Tufts Jumbos and lacrosse go hand in hand. Jenna Gibbons wins another draw control. Perhaps her and winning draw control is also going hand in hand today. They will recycle, looking to have everybody get a touch on the ball before they shoot. That one even further around. Skylar Lloyd now with it. Lloyd going herself, rolling off a screen from Netta Leshley. That one hits the pipe though, no success. And the Engineers come up with that one. That was a great little roll from her. Netta Leshley stayed in the right spot after a yell from head coach Shute. And they rolled off of it. Jumbo's no offensive score there. They win it back though. Jumbo's changing again, and it is a ripping shot on the left side, burying that one, adding another to the total for this Jumbo University squad.
This offensive side for the Tufts Jumbos can flip onto defense immediately. It's incredible. Their ride is incredible. That's the second stop from Leslie in 2 minutes, I believe. They can keep getting opportunities as long as they pressure the clear for the Engineers, and they really stuff them back behind GLE.
Yeah, we've seen this Jumbo squad really try and pressure the clear of the Engineers nearly all game long, proving its success. Score on the field, 15-1. It is Sophia Claps that had that one, putting it into the back of the net. Again, as the Jumbo horn blows for the many time on this field today, we head back to the draw circle. Jenna Gibbons looking to keep her record nearly perfect at the draw circle today, wins that one. Jenna to Claps on the right side. Claps to Conahan, Conahan behind. That one to Lashley, Lashley Claps. Claps that one to Annie Bergeron. Annie has that one knocked out of her, and the Engineers look to clear, sprinting, trying to capitalize on transition momentum. The Jumbos quick to rally on the defensive side and slow the momentum down. It is Annika Lamb right now with it for the Engineers.
Man, the Engineers cannot catch a break.
Would be right. The press for the Jumbos, super effective, super dynamic. Gwen Flushy with it now, pressed right away. Flushy changes that one. Reynard to 7, which is Juliana Flushy. Flushy shot off the pipe there. A little unlucky for this Engineer squad. As you said, Marcus, just really can't catch a break against this Jumbos team.
What is that, the 7th posted today?
Yeah, quite a few. I think you would be right. All on that end, I think, too.
On that side.
Ashley Thomas to Sydney Pion. That one knocked free, though.
And Mollahan.
And the Jumbos come charging down. The ball is in the hands of Sophia Claps. Sophia Claps looks to go herself, goes low, bounces off the pipe. But the Jumbos quickly recover. They'll try and shoot their own. And the answer is yes, they'll find it. It is Anna Mollahan, the freshman midfielder from Orinda, California, finding the back of the net with 2:18 left in this third quarter. The Jumbos, as always, on just an absolute tear right now offensively.
Looks like that's going to be Mollahan's second goal this season. That has got to be an exciting feeling. I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah, for sure, the Engineers net, because of that shot from Mollahan, experiencing absolute thermal shock. And moving along, we head back to the draw circle. It is not going to be
No
Jenna
longer.
Gibbons, I do believe. Instead, it is Skylar Lloyd.
Yeah, Gibbons has been taking she's been taking the draws and then switching sticks and staying in the midfield. So she has not caught a break today.
Yeah, we talked about that. Of course, they'll want to keep Jenna Gibbons as fresh as they possibly can for their matchup against Colby. Of course, a lot of these players used to playing multiple games, whether in high school or college, in a week, but it certainly does tend to add up and get exhausting. That ball taken by the Engineers, not off the draw, but off a foul. Flushy to Dwyer. Dwyer back to the other Flushy. Flushy to Pion. Pion herself with it right now. Pion cycles right to Gwen Flushy. Flushy finds Annika Lamb in front. Annika Lamb looking to go herself. Doesn't happen. That one goes behind the net. And held by Pascal DeBuren of the Jumbos. My apologies,
That's
not
gonna be-
Pascal. It is Devin Chipman.
Engineers with the ball again.
Be right. Engineers on the right side. Engineers looking to create something. 6 seconds left in this quarter. And the Jumbos will run this one out. That's the end of the third quarter here on Bellow Field. 16-1 in favor of the Jumbos. And we will take a quick break and be back for the fourth. And we're back for this fourth quarter here on Bellow Field. The score, 16-1 in favor of your Tufts University Jumbos. Back on the mic here with Marcus and I is the one, the only, Jake Flossie. Jake, what are your thoughts on that third quarter?
I'm now officially back. Forgot to unmute myself, but that third quarter was quite dominant again for the Jumbos. Went a lot faster with this running clock. The Jumbos having a bit less time to run up the score, but this game, I think, ended a long time ago. Now we just got about 15 minutes left. See how much the Jumbos can rack up their score and get ready for that game in Colby on Saturday. They'll look to get some other players experience to rotate. Like we said, they have a really strong core right now of seniors and grad students, so getting those underclassmen opportunities to play in games like this are great chances for this program to continue to be deep going into the future.
Goalkeeping change for the Engineers. In comes Ashton Flather, the sophomore from Ipswich, Massachusetts, up on the North Shore of this state.
And the Engineers able to win and draw.
You are correct, seeing if they can change the momentum towards their side. Follow the schematic that their coach drew up today for this game and see if they can maybe change the script against a dominant University Jumbo squad. The answer right now, though, is they can't, except for Annika Lamb with it trying to go herself down the center after a fall by the Jumbos there. Cycle left, and the Engineers start to slow it down with Butler having it now at the center.
Yeah, Jenna Gibbons has stepped out of the draw for the Jumbos. As quite a good chance there for Nina Petula, but just far right.
Yeah, I'd be right. The Engineers have had quite a few chances to have shots today, but just really not able to really capitalize on them.
This Jumbo's man in defense has been very intense. They're putting a lot of pressure on every single player. But if MIT can do what they're doing right now, unfortunately, I know they'll put it away, but they need more individual plays from players like Pion there, able to beat her women on her and get some space because the Jumbos were all distracted with her teammates.
Yeah, for sure. A good chance there, and I'm sure the Engineers will be ruining all of these chances that they've just really missed shots. But nonetheless, the Jumbos from Anna Mollahan will bring this one up.
It's quite a strong ride from the Engineers there, making it challenging for Mollahan to clear on her own, but able to send the ball over to her teammate out on the sideline and get some space.
Bella Monteleone with it right now, the senior. A foul called on the Engineers, called on Nina Patala. A green card, 1 minute penalty, and the Jumbos will go woman up for that next 60 seconds. That is how many seconds are in a minute. Mollahan now with it. I have my moments, Jake. I have my moments. As we are blinded by the sun that somehow has no heat to it, the Jumbos look to rally. And the answer is yes, they do.
I believe that was Magdalena Reaper who scored there. Great finish from the sophomore from Dover, Mass.
Coming into this game, the Jumbos had 15 woman-up goals. That's about 2 per game. I think they're keeping up that stat today.
Certainly are. I believe this is their second woman-up goal of the day today. There have not been that many woman-up scenarios for either team, but Jumbo's able to convert when they get the chance.
You would be right, and we head back.
We have clarification. It was not Reaper who scored that one. It was Sherist. That would be Maddie Sherist, the senior attack woman from Dallas, Texas.
MIT connecting a few passes here.
Yeah, MIT looking to return to what works. Juliana Flusci taking it down the right side. Bellow Field slowly growing colder and colder. Jake putting on his gloves as we head into the last 11 minutes of this game. Of course, the Engineers looking to see if their offense can finally get hot for the first time in this game and really get something going, put something in the back of the net. Right now, it is at the charge of Ashley Thomas. Thomas. Chaos caused in front of the net. Bella Mollahan.
That will be a foul there on, looks like that was Monteleone of the Jumbos. Get a free position chance for the Engineers.
That would be Monteleone, not Mollahan. My apologies. It is a save by Devin Chipman.
Not the strongest shot there from Petula as it trickles out of Chipman's foul here as it's free position for the Jumbos.
In a fast break position like that, I don't know how disadvantageous it is to really give up a foul. I mean, you already have somebody coming in hot at the net.
You're right. Taking it is Sadie Dodson. Dodson goes down the center, but is saved by Flather.
There you go.
Called that one correct, Marcus.
Immediate turnover there off of the change of possession, so MIT still unable to catch a break.
The freshman Ava Olander brings that one in for the Jumbos. Now it is behind the net.
Worth noting, the Jumbos are only 6 goals off of MIT's scoreline against Clark yesterday. Could repeat that line, except going the opposite way. 6 goals in the next 9 minutes seems a bit unlikely, but the Jumbos have put up 17 in these first 3 quarters.
You would be correct. Of course, this Jumbos offense starting to not slow down, but maybe cool the brakes just a little bit as they change players from a dynamic starting 11 really for this Jumbo squad. Absolute dogfight in front of the net now. Sadie Dodson with it.
Textbook defense from the Engineers.
Yeah, I would be right. Olander with it outside. Olander trying to find something either on her own or not. No real pass available. She's nearly tripled. She'll look right, finds Bergeron. Bergeron behind the net. Flicked that one, finding Magdalena Reaper. There you are. There's the call for you, Jake.
Yeah, she's able to find Reaper cutting inside, and Reaper's able to use the height advantage this Jumbo squad does have to stretch over her defender and put it away nicely. Reaper standing at 5'8", is taller than the average height of this MIT team. And this is a Jumbo's team that has a lot of height on there. We've got 6'2", Master Buono, 6 foot Summers, plus several other tall players like Jenna Gibbons standing at 5'10". So Jumbo's very much able to capitalize on the height difference.
And it looks like we have a goalie change for the Jumbos. In comes Sophie Powlis, the sophomore from Marcellus, New York.
Sophie Palace, one of 2 goalies that are on the younger side for this Jumbo squad. Of course, we saw Devin Shipman already come in and be impactful. We head back to the draw circle as Sophie Palace hopes she will be as effective as, of course, DeBuren and Shipman have been. Only 1 goal in the back of the net today. It is the Jumbo's ball now.
Skylar Lloyd winning the draw. As mentioned earlier, both Shutt and Hammond both not suited up today, so Jumbo's going to what is presumably their 4th string draw control player in Skylar Lloyd, who is quite a talented player in her own right. A strong rotation option on offense.
The free position shot goes just wide from Emma Yale.
It was a nicely placed shot, just a little bit too far to the right.
Olander with it now, almost finds that one, but doesn't. I apologize, that might have been Maddie Carest. I think it was. Another one for her, and no success. Maddie Carest looking desperately to find the back of the net with those 2 shots. Doesn't. Engineers will look to clear now.
Maddie Carest getting several opportunities there, but unable to put them away. Is already on a goal today.
What is MIT going to do to get out of this clear?
Sure.
Seems like everyone's locked up at the moment.
I think if you're the Engineers, you have to see and hope the algorithm goes in your favor and you can get out and see if the Jumbos make a mistake. Right now, though, the Jumbos have been nearly flawless in this matchup against them. And they'll finally manage to get the clear there. That ball dropped just in front of us, but Laura Day quick to get that one to Nina Potola. Potola taking it down the right side. Potola to Raynard. Raynard behind to Thomas. Thomas left to Juliana Flusci.
And that's going to be a foul, no doubt about it, there on Ava Olander. It's going to give a further free position for Julianne Flusci from the 15-meter line.
Would be correct. She'll dive down and find it.
MIT doubling their score on the day with a great finish from Annika Lamb, going low, able to get it under Jumbo's keeper, Powlis.
The low shots seem to be going. People are taking advantage of the low shots, maybe even bounce shots today. It's a hard turf, so it's going to be a very unpredictable bounce, and it'll change direction pretty quickly. So I think those low shots are going to be the best pick for placement today.
Always good to work in variation in your shots as well, trying to get the keep the keeper guessing, keep them confused, and it's tough when there's such a it doesn't look like that big of a goal, but in the split-second reaction time, that shot placement is so crucial.
For sure, Skylar Lloyd at the draw. The Engineers look to win that one, and they do. Engineers now driving that one backwards to go forwards. Flushy herself right now going right. Quickly marked, of course, as always, by Kate Anderson. Foul called on the field.
Seemed like a missed opportunity there for Flushy, as she had a chance to find Thomas there, but she does draw the yellow card on Jumbo's player Annie Bergeron.
You are right, and it will be Flushy with the opportunity for the free position against Sophie Paulus of the Jumbos. 3:43 left in this fourth quarter. Scores 18-2 right now. And that one goes wide. It is still the Engineers' ball, of course.
She had Thomas in the middle, who was unmarked, much to the chagrin of the Jumbo's bench, but wasn't able to find her there. Looks like it'll be another free position, though, as a shooting space call on the field.
That call will give Sydney Pion the free position.
Jumbo defenders are in race position to block this. Can't get there in time.
Pion will manage to get that one down, goes low, as we've talked about. The score, 18-3 now on this Jumbo squad. 3 minutes left in this matchup. The lights, of course, have come on here on Bello Field, as you can see on your camera, I do believe. If not, they have. Not doing a lot right now. Still pretty light out. Of course, we've gotten to the spring. The sun no longer sets here in Medford at 4 p.m., which honestly I thoroughly enjoy.
As do I. It's very nice to have these longer days. Still pretty cold, but getting warmer.
Definitely a chilly day here in Medford. The Engineers winning another draw control. Seemingly Skylar Lloyd less consistent than Jenna Gibbons. All good.
Hard to be as consistent as Jenna Gibbons is.
Certainly true. That is a huge set of shoes. Flushy right now. Flushy looks to find a center pass to Butler, but it doesn't happen. That one, of course, will go behind the net. Engineers keep that ball. Pion now. Pion to Ashley Thomas. Ashley Thomas looks to make a mark. Marked super quickly by this Jumbo's defense. We'll flick that one to Nina Patula. Patula tries to go herself.
Players falling down all over the place, but the Jumbos emerge with the ball, looking to clear. Looks like that is Skylar Lloyd.
Close stick-to-stick defense by the Jumbos there in the defense.
Annie Spacey right now with that. Sadie Dodson goes low, finds it.
Jumbos capitalizing on the transition there. Spacey and Lloyd passing quickly, able to find Dodson with space, who slots it in, bottom right corner. Great finish from the junior.
The senior, Sadie Dodson, able to construct her own narrative today and put it in the back of the net. She's a junior, my apologies. Even better for this Jumbo squad. Another player to keep for another year, guaranteeing the Jumbos better offense in the future. Of course, this is definitely not an old Jumbo squad, I would say.
There's certainly a lot of rotation, but looking at their starters, their top players, it is an older squad in terms of that starting lineup. So having these stronger players that are not going to be graduating next year is certainly a boon for this Jumbos team.
Of course, based on the academics of Tufts University, it is certainly possible to come back for a grad year, something we see super common on most of the Tufts squads for quite a few different players. Dodson herself, can she get a third? The answer is no. The shot from Skylar Lloyd doesn't go in. 23 seconds left in this matchup between these two Boston teams. The Engineers will look to find one last one. It is Reynard. Reynard to Nina Patula. Patula, can she shoot? The answer is yes. It is saved by Sophie Paulus, who will take the last 5 seconds of this Massachusetts matchup to calm things down here on Bello for a win that goes to the Tufts University Jumbos. The Jumbos stay undefeated on the season, and the Engineers fall to 3-5. The Jumbos also
are comfortable here. They're comfortable with their team. They have experience. It's no surprise that they took this game home. stuffed it in their back pocket, and they're ready for a real big competition in the next game. I believe it's Middlebury.
It is Colby.
Colby.
Number 5 ranked Colby will be back here on Bellow Field at 1 on Saturday. However, if you still would love to watch some more JumboCast action, we have 3 games tomorrow. Baseball versus Bates and a softball doubleheader, home opener against Bowdoin. Those will be at 2:30, 3, and 4:30, so be sure to tune in. We will be back in a few minutes for a post-game interview. Don't go anywhere.
All right, we are back here. We apologize, no interview today. It is very cold here on Bellow Field, and we want to give our athletes a chance to rest and recover. So with that in mind, thank you so much for watching today. It has been an absolute honor. We had on the mic, Micah behind director. My apologies, wrong on the camera. That's what I meant. It is very cold here on Bellow Field, and with that, stay home safe. And Marcus also, it's been an honor, guys.
Hypnotic, so hypnotic, magical, cold, cold.